This meeting is being recorded.
Thank you. So today is April 25th. This is CSI implementation meeting. The first item I add here is related to the local ephemeral storage resource management feature. So this feature actually was available a long time ago as beta, and we haven't really do anything to push it to GA. It's not related to specific to CSI. It's just a storage side of feature that allow you to set resource request limit for ephemeral storage, right? Like you can use that for container logs or empty dir space. And I think right now they have some requirement related to how long you wait from beta to GA. It's actually definitely exceed that time period, but
I think because this is not an API itself, so it's not, it didn't get automatically deprecated. Yeah, but I think we should try to do the same thing for all the beta features as well. Try to move it to GA.
Right. So we basically follow some.
Oh, so is this a kind of an old CAP? Is this in the new, right now CAP has the new format, right? Is this even in new format? I remember this is pretty old, right?
Yeah, it's old.
Okay,
yeah.
so you probably need to submit a CAP in the, this new format, and you fill out all the, production readiness and all of that. You probably you try to start that soon because that takes some time, and
And so I'll find out the new CAP format and submit that CAP and to move to GA.
Okay.
If anyone has some question about this feature or like to move to GA.
In OpenShift, we had this feature disabled for a while. I don't know the latest status, but it resulted in making a lot of DU calls to find out the disk, the available size, and that was pretty expensive. So I think, so for that reason, we had it disabled for a while. And then there was this XFS quota based monitoring to calculate disk size was implemented, and that sort of speeds it up. I think
I see.
It might be worth tracking it down if there are any outstanding issues related to like unexpected number of DU calls.
What calls? I'm sorry. What calls?
DU.
EU. DU. Oh, okay.
DU, like the.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Disk uses. I think this was replaced recently by a hand-rolled version of like doing it in Go rather than running the command du, but it's still the same. I mean, you still have recursively basically calculate the size. It's expensive. So, but on XFS file system, there's this quota feature that allows you to track. I think something that some OpenShift deployments use. I don't know the status of it. So we should just, but yeah.
So if you move to GA, then you can't disable it anymore, right? So
yeah,
then we need to figure out how. Okay, how can we reduce this? I'm not sure if
it used to disable by default. I don't know if it is disabled in the latest release.
But
so I'll have to check.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe take a check and see if this is, because if this is still a problem, then we probably need to get this resolved, because those are the kind of questions you will get asked during the production readiness review.
Sure. Yeah. I will check. So the DU cost is not unexpected. It's like periodically checked because to check the disk usage. So that's why there will be those periodic costs.
Yeah.
And so right now it's beta, so it's on by default. And so for OpenShift, you disable by default.
Yeah, and we use. I have to check in 4.10 the latest release what we are doing, but for a long time I remember we used to disable this now because of the
Oh,
yeah,
okay. So
but
your customer does not need this feature so far.
we were blocked on the quota implementation. Like if I'll have to again take a look if the quota thing is enabled, and that's how we are getting the size. Like there are two ways to get the size.
Mm.
One is the DU recursively, you do the DU and find recursively run statfs or DU, and second is use XFS quota. So if the XFS quota is enabled, then you can get the used disk space quicker, and in that case. So for us, this enabling this feature was dependent on the XFS quota feature reporting. So if that got enabled, then this feature would have been enabled. So I'll have to take a look.
Okay.
But
Okay, I see. So for that XFS quota, it can be used in only certain like cases, or it kind of general available.
it's XFS quota, so it's only used on XFS file system.
Oh, XF.
Uh,
This one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So for other file system is not like available.
You'll have to recursively, run a statfs or get the file size. So as far as I know.
Okay. Okay, so this is for this feature. I think we will follow up on that. It's nothing related to CSI so far. It's just a storage feature. And we can move on to, if no other questions, we can move on to the feature for 124.
Okay, so I think Jonathan is not here. Well, yeah, I still okay. I need to do this. I forgot about this again. Review the doc. I think Jane, you have been reviewing this the PR, but I mean we can merge it anyway, right? So yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And CSI capacity tracking. See, Patrick is here. Do you have an update for this?
Well, we are basically waiting for the official 124 release. Otherwise, oh no, we're right. We decided to merge the pull request for external provisioner, didn't we? I don't remember.
Which one? Block? Which one?
No, the external provisioner.
Oh, this.
I don't remember what we decided.
Okay, I don't remember. I didn't check the status. Okay, so this is not yet.
It wasn't merged. It didn't get approvals, and I'm not sure whether we decided to wait for 124 or.
I think if everything is ready, you already tested. I don't think we need to wait.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't have to wait, but right now you need to do a rebase.
Right now, I need to rebase.
Yeah.
I thought I.
What was it? But you have already finished. Because it says do not merge, right? That's why it's not merged. Test with
yeah, I think I did that actually.
You're waiting for this. Are you waiting for this one? Oh, this one is
not anymore. I think it worked.
Oh, then you could remove the hold and then maybe update this PR. Then we can. Yeah, if you
it worked as it did.
Yeah, if you already finished the testing, and I think we are fine because you updated this with the whatever 1.24 the label, right? The RC something.
It was a beta that was available at the time.
Okay. All right. Yeah. That should be fine. As long as that has your feature, then you don't have delay, I think. And okay. What is this one? Benchmark? That's another.
It's related to this feature. It's basically one thing that we wanted to test, and this is the timing benchmark for that code.
Okay, so basically this one should go first.
It should just get me merged for posterity to archive it.
To archive? I'm sorry.
Well, to have it recorded and not just have it sitting on my disk.
Okay. All right.
It
Yeah.
doesn't. Normally, the benchmarks don't run unless you actually explicitly invoke Go bench, so Go test bench. But it makes sense to have that in the repo for people who want to try it.
But you have instructions on how to use it, right? Did you add any?
There should be a README file, or at least the file itself
Let's
has
change it to
some
one file. Then maybe you want to add a
well,
README.
there is one. Well, there is not
Oh.
much to do. You just run Go test bench. That's it, and then you look at the results. So you
Okay.
need to read the source code.
Yeah, but maybe add that. Is there somewhere to say you have to run this thing? I don't know. Everybody knows this. This one basically says, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, maybe you can add this somewhere. So because
do we really need to document how to run Go benchmarks? I mean, it's a standard thing.
Not everybody, yeah, but not everybody know how to run the benchmark. I think it's good to add it somewhere. I'm not sure where.
Okay.
But, somewhere. Yeah, I think it's good to have it somewhere to say how to do this, because I don't think this is I realize this is actually available. This one you can actually do this. Yeah, so.
Well, it's for developers. It's not for end users.
Right. Or maybe you can, well, at least add that in your test, maybe somewhere in the, somewhere is reading this. See how
once you look at the source code, you really should know this. Otherwise, it's probably not worthwhile to spend any more time.
But still, yeah, you write the code, right? Not everybody. It's still different. You're assuming everybody knows. Just think about it, make it easier for if someone wants to help maintain the code, they can easily know how to run this test. Yeah, just to add it somewhere. It's pretty fine to add it to README as well, just a section on test. I think that will be helpful, I think. Thank you. Let's see. Do you have anything else? Those are the only two PRs. You have other PRs pending?
No, that's all.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay, Ben, do you have any update on this?
I do not have an update. I mean, that's just waiting on the blog. There was a review on the blog with more feedback that I need to update, but I actually, so there's a question, I guess. What is the new deadline for the blog?
Blog, I think it's going to be after GA. They will.
Right, but when do reviews need to be wrapped up? You know what I mean?
It feels like it's kind of, they are probably done already. Are they? Is it? Like mine is the same thing. They are not really adding logo to me, although it looks like they're fine with it already, but no one add a logo to me. So I think they just need to.
Well, I know they're still doing reviews. I guess what I'm wondering is, what is their internal target for having all the reviews done?
Oh, this is normally just like the GA day. So what is the new GA day? Is that 3rd?
It's May 3rd.
May 3rd,
I think.
Yeah. So yeah, so it should be that day, and then they will kind of like they don't release all the blocks on the same day. So they are kind of will plan now, which one to get in first or something like that. I don't know. It's a doc side. They know about that, but I think by the 3rd, all the reviews should be done, should be ready to merge by that day.
Okay.
Yeah.
No worries.
Okay. And okay, this one is still the body mode conversion. There are PRs in external snapshotter, external provisioner, so those are ongoing. Those are on track. But I think we are still having some problem with the doc PR. I think the doc people, they are still saying they are not ready. They feel the doc is not clear. So at this point, I'm just whatever they say. They don't want to merge it, then that's fine, I guess. It is a little weird. So we suddenly add so much details about the sidecar or the custom resource into the core doc. So since they don't really know this, even how to run this before, so they don't know how to, what's the proper way of adding this. I guess that's the confusion. So I think the doc may not get merged, but it is what it is. But we will have that in our CSI driver doc repo. Now, volume expansion. So we're just waiting for the blog, right? Come on. Hello? I don't know if Herman is talking. I cannot hear you. Okay. And next one, owner reclaim policy. This one, yeah, we delayed this one to 1.25. Boarding house, yeah, that's done. No shutdown. I think the blog is still, yeah, basically just I think they are probably. Oh,
Sorry, yeah,
back,
the volume health is, yeah, the volume expansion, yeah, just I have addressed all the review comments on the blog article. It should be good to go, yeah.
Okay.
And other than that, I'm working on that bug that Dims was pinging us with, like the.
Oh
yeah.
what is the? Oh, that's pretty weird. But why was that showing up earlier? It's like it's suddenly.
I think the CI test, the entire test suite was disabled before. Now he's trying to enable it back, and what's happening is that, yeah, the feature gate is enabled in Kubernetes but disabled in
Right,
external.
but that
ASIs.
but that feature was merged like last release, right? Not even this release. So why suddenly? Does this have anything to do with the moving some of the like the GCPG test to the cloud provider thing? Is that related to that, or because it's like been a while, right? That feature was there for a while. Suddenly,
not a while, just last release it was alpha.
Last release, yeah, but the errors, the failure should not show up just now. I was just confused why it suddenly shows up.
I think it's showing up because the entire test suite was disabled until now. So nobody paid attention. All alpha test suite was disabled.
Oh, that was just why did they want to enable that test? I mean, that's really not safe to enable because the alpha test, we have other components that has this, in-tree has a right feature gate, and then the sidecar has it. If they just blindly enable all the alpha gates, then how can they ensure everything works?
But that's the thing. I think once I don't know. That's why I asked in Slack if there was if we had similar issue with any other sidecar. I didn't get any.
They didn't show up here, right? So that's the thing. Like, for example, like the one that Ben just added, we don't really have a feature gate on the sidecar side, right? The volume source, that is already beta, so it's a little different. It's enabled.
I mean, that's better at least.
Yeah.
But
the alpha feature, some of just trying to think which one has the same thing. Well, actually, yeah, like this one, like the owner reclaim policy. This one also, there's an entry one, and then external provision. We also need to set that flag as well. So. But I think this one is we're still working on the E2 test, so maybe that's why we didn't get merged, right?
Yeah,
maybe that's why. Okay, so we could run into the same problem, but so it's like we have to. So it's like every time now we add a new feature, alpha feature, we should go to that place to add that explicitly to disable it. That's pretty weird. That's
no. I mean, in an ideal world, the feature should work even if there's a version skew between the external sidecar and Kubernetes.
So should basically should check both basically. But okay, let's see. Right, the E2 test can check a feature gate, right? So you can check if the
E2 test cannot check feature gate.
You cannot?
There's no way to query if the feature gate is enabled in E2
test. This is actually something that I'm currently fixing. And SIG storage has I think 3 cases where it's done wrong.
Oh, okay.
With a feature gate check in an E2E test that just doesn't do anything because the feature gate will always be the default value.
Yeah. So
I'm not sure how that was supposed to work or whether it ever did something.
No, it never worked.
Yeah, if it's beta, it's enabled, and then the skip.
So it's basically depends on the cluster, right? In some clusters, it's like alpha cluster; they just enable.
Yeah, but you can't use this one function that exists in the framework for that. It just doesn't work like that. You have to have these feature tags and then select tests depending on whether they are expected to succeed or fail.
Yeah. Yeah, so in this case, the enabling the feature gate in just in kubelet or just in Kubernetes and not enabling it in an external resizer breaks the tests that are GA'd, like
Right.
not new tests, the existing expansion tests. So that's why they're failing. I am fixing it by making sure that kubelet does the expansion regardless of what external resizer is doing. So this has to be done anyway when the feature goes beta. So I'm fixing it. It's a little bit trickier. It is something I had to attempt when I was going for beta, but I'm doing it
Mhm.
now to make the test. But yeah,
Okay. But if the feature gate is not enabled, why you're saying you are assuming it is enabled, but if it's not enabled, you're not supposed to expand it, right?
no,
happened?
it's not about like the recovery feature. Recovery features, if it is enabled, it expects resize status to be set in PVC.
Mm,
So external resizer, if the feature kit is disabled on the external resizer, then it won't set resize status. And that is what is happening. The
okay.
kubelet is looking for that field and external resizer is not setting it. So kubelet is not expanding the volume. Now
Okay.
this can happen in real clusters too when the recovery feature goes beta.
Mm,
So I'm fixing it by like this version skew, I'm fixing it by making sure that even if external resizer doesn't set resize status, so for the old PVCs, the volumes could still be expanded because we don't want that to break. So yeah.
okay.
And I think similar thing we have to do for like while in alpha, nobody cares that much, but similar versions queue ideally has to be supported between Kubernetes and the sidecar releases, unfortunately.
Right.
So we
Yeah.
cannot expect people to upgrade their sidecar along with Kubernetes releases all the time. I mean, we have minimum and maximum version requirement, and that's nice and all, but sometimes, yeah, I mean, the best case is to basically support some kind of version skew.
Mhm. Okay. So Patrick, you're saying you're trying to fix it. You're going to propose some new approach, or what is your plan on this?
I'm removing these false or this removing the calls that don't do anything, and I'm making it so that adding them back will trigger a runtime error. We were discussing whether we should remove the entire calls of it, the test suite won't even compile, but there are some test suites that have a feature gate parameter, and there it makes sense to have some way to check on those feature gates, but only on those. It was actually triggered by the PR that I reviewed today for SIG storage, where some new PR that is currently pending. I need to check again what it was.
I think this for this one. I saw you added some comments on this.
Yeah,
yeah.
This did the same mistake again, trying to use feature gate checks, and
yeah,
that
I
just
think this
can't
one.
work.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll make sure you review that. This one we need to make some changes to that existing PR. I think some other problems to fix as well. Yeah. Okay, thanks for fixing it. And okay, so other than that, it's the system migration. Yeah, I don't think we don't have, it's the same. We don't have any new update for that. Anything else that we want to discuss today? Jean, do you have other topics?
Not really, but so right now for 124 is still like in the phase of freeze. We cannot merge new any code.
Right, because it was delayed, right? It's delayed to May 3rd. Have to. I don't know when do we allow to merge? And sometimes it should be a little bit before that. I thought I don't remember. I thought it's because at some point we basically just have to backport to the stable branches. I'm not sure when that would open, but let's see if do we have that one in here. Let's see.
So
the 24 release schedule. Let's take a look and see if does it say free. This is still the old. Yeah, so this one doesn't say, just say released, then that's the end. I don't know. Does anyone remember when does the branch open for merge? I don't remember it was like has to be after the GA, or does it happen before the GA? I forgot about that part. Yeah, so this one doesn't even have a say open, right? So it's freeze, that's it. It doesn't even say open for merge or something. It's probably can't merge. See anything that says you can actually merge.
So even bug fix cannot be merged right now.
Bug fix, I believe. Bug fix, I thought should be able to.
Oh, okay.
Bug fix, I don't think it says bug fix now, right? It's basically the code freeze. Normally, it's like the feature.
Okay.
Like bugs should always be able to merge. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right. Control, yeah. So yeah, probably have to wait until this is a list. Okay. So anything else? Change this one to this. Other than what that. It's changed. 17, so it's like 2 weeks, 2 weeks delay.
Oh, okay. Okay, then I think that's all. We can sync up Wednesday.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.